liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to, pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba, halika rito, pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala, ano pang hinihintay, halina at sumagpa. Hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo, ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo, ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to, pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba, halika rito, pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala, ano pang hinihintay, halina at sumagpa. Hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo, ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo, ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to, pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba, halika rito, pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala, ano pang hinihintay, halina at sumagpa. Hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo, ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo, ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to, pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba, halika rito, pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, basketball fans. Eman Capilis po, kasama si Mike Perez. And we're now down to the last game of eliminations dito sa Liga Laguna Season 3. It's Stone Fire Croatia Santa Rosa going up against Macos meets Nagcarlan for the 6th and last playoff spot dito sa ating tournament. And as we said, Santa Rosa's Croatia Stone Fire actually. No, sa standings natin, they're practically 7th. Pero because with this game, whoever wins, it's actually win or go home. No, for these two teams, Macos meets Nagcarlan and Santa Rosa Croatia Stone Fire Corp.
Well, both these teams really battling it out to try and survive and get to the next round. No, very important that they win this, lalo na for both teams. Ang magiging malaking challenge lang dyan, whoever wins this match would eventually have to go up against Calamba, which is a powerhouse team.
That's right.
That's going to be, I guess, making that path difficult to the next round. And when we talk about itong Santa Rosa, of course, these guys are averaging 85 points per game and getting up about 99. And the key players here would be, really, I'm looking more to Sam Intano. He's a 17.5 points per game player, giving you 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And, you know, napakataas ng percentage nito pagdating sa field, shooting 76% from the field and 33% from the three. And Sam Intano is actually coming from a basketball family of Bochok and Tracy. These two, his older brothers rather, would be a household name pagdating sa basketball sa Santa Rosa. And I'm sure this is going to be a good opportunity for Sam to show that I too can do what my older brothers have done for Santa Rosa.
Mga alamat ng Santa Rosa, itong mga Intano brothers. No? Meanwhile, going naman sa Macos meets Nagcarlan, Coach Mike, they are handicapped for this very important game. 3 key players missing.
Well, considering the three key players that they're missing, I guess handicap would be an understatement because
That's
they are
right.
losing a lot of production from those players. Speaking, of course, of Conte as well as Elieva, those guys averaging 20 and 18 respectively. You're roughly losing about 40 points per game. And the next guys that would come up when you look at points production, you're really looking at Messias, who's averaged, 10 points and 9 points per game. And as I talked to him earlier, and I told him, it looks like you're losing a lot of point production. Ngayon nawala yung dalawang players natin in Conte and Elieva. And he says, yes po, mukhang I'm gonna have to go out and score some more and contribute on the other factors in the game if we want to get back and advance into the next round of Liga Laguna this season.
So we're looking now to Messias to carry a big load para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan, no? And the problem with their situation now is walang next man up. They only have 8 players available for this last game dito sa eliminations, no? Meanwhile, we're about to start the second game of the day. We turn you over now to Kevin Estrada, our venue announcer.
Ito na ang to the playoffs. It's between Macos meets Nagcarlan and Stone. Here are the starters. First for Macos meet Products Nagcarlan. Point guard number 11, Carl Messias. Shooting guard number 2, Yuri Cabela. Small forward number 6, Jerwin Arbis. Power forward number 4, Gibo Albarico. At center, number 22, Norman Coronado. Head coach of Nagcarlan, Jack Iranzo. And now, starting 5 for your Stonefire Croatia, Santa Rosa. At point guard number 8, the former Benil Blazer, Luis Cinco. Shooting guard number 15, Samuel Intano. Small forward number 31, Jamar Capuso. Power forward number 17, Janrik Tungkab. At center number 12, Adi Lizen. Head coach of Stonefire Croatia, Santa Rosa, Mr. Ron Ferrer. The officials, crew chief Ruben Lamprea. Umpire 1, Jomar Tahona. And umpire 2, Kenny Regino. The alternate, Mark Manuel. Ito na yung season 3 ng yung Liga Laguna. That playoff spot at stake. Laban na! Liga natin po!
And there we go. The tip-off is won by Macos meets Nagcarlan. So what can you say, Coach Mike, about the first 5 of both teams?
Well, it matters how these teams would start. No, I think that's going to be a very important initiation of this match. That's going to be crucial para dito sa dalawang teams na to. It would really matter how Messias would respond in the absence of Elieva and Conte, and how Entano will step up on that lead on the guard positions, as we see a 3 here by Capuso.
Oh, Jamar Capuso is very good. Very refreshing to see him back on his feet. As we remember, a few weeks back, he was part of that terrible incident. Terrible incident where he had to be taken to the hospital, Coach Mike, during the game versus Cavinti.
Well, I'm very glad that he's able to recover already from that mishap and that game against Cavinti. But, Jamar's been pretty solid.
That's
para
right.
Dito sa Santa Rosa, averaging 15 points and 3 rebounds a game. We talked about Sam earlier, but really you can't, overlook the importance of a Jamar Capuso when you're speaking of Santa Rosa.
Exactly, and there he goes, grabbing that rebound para sa red shirts ng Stonefire Croatia, Santa Rosa. Meanwhile, Intano, that pass was not expected by Luis Cinco.
Well, Intano had the right thing in mind, trying to find his shooters on the wing.
Right.
But that pass was way behind Lizen to be able to come up with a good shot attempt. on that end. A good steal.
Intano now, guarded by Mesias, yung dalawang matchup, marquee matchup pa natin, nagkatapat doon sa last play.
Yep, and again, Sam Intano, when you talk about this guy, he's living off the legacy of his brothers, Tracy and Bochok. Those guys were a lot to cover if you're going up against the sobrang athletic ng dalawang magkapatid na yon, and somehow we're seeing portions of those skills and talent here in Sam. Sam though is a little bit heftier compared to his older brothers, but really not lacking at all when it comes to basketball IQ.
But the last time, you said living off the legacy, pero nung last time, I think Sam Intano is creating his own, Coach
Yep.
Mike, because the last time I covered Santa Rosa's, it was Sam Intano who carried the entire team to an overtime victory versus Cavinti. Yun nga, yung nagkaroon ng terrible injury, itong si Jmar Capuso. Pero in that game, Cavinti was leading all the way up to the fourth quarter nung na-injured si Jmar, and then something just sparked in Santa Rosa, and they were led and carried practically by Sam Intano to victory.
Well, I think that's expected of Sam, knowing the value that he brings to his team in Santa Rosa. It's really just expected of him, and you expect nothing less.
That's right, he was unstoppable during that game. Pero meanwhile, our score is 5-all, 7 minutes 33 natitira dito sa first quarter. Another miss by Nagcarlan. Here's Luis. Intano, great drop pass. And I thought that was too deep para dito kay Lizen, pero he made that undergo stop.
But excellent look away pass by Sam Intano. Tried to go middle, looked away, and fed that same side dunker spot cut by etong si Lizen.
Another miss by Macos meets Nagcarlan. The red shirts are running open for the corner three, pero missing it was Jmar Capuso.
Well, Jmar Capuso, you kind of have confidence in him taking those threes right now. They're shooting 1 out of 4, 25% from three. But look for Jmar to get more conversions later on as the game progresses.
That's right. Meanwhile, Mesias has been fouled there, but only a side court inbound para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan.
Oh, good cut by Arbis.
That was a sorry miss, though.
A little bit hurried on that attempt by Arbis.
Meanwhile, good transition defense by Las Cunas, tapping that ball away off the hands of Lizen.
That weak side cut to the key is normally a move that coaches would go to against the zone. That time around, just didn't produce for Cabuyao.
Corner three by Luis Cinco. Wala, pero Capuso skying high for the rebound and the putback. Jmar Capuso, parang walang nangyari sa kanya a few weeks back. His energy is still very evident here.
Yeah, so far, Jmar Capuso and Arbis, two leading scorers in this match, both with 5 apiece.
And that was a good perimeter shot para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. Score is 9-7. Santa Rosa holding on to a slim 2-point lead. Tungkab, the jumper, bounces out.
Well, a couple of good cuts there, but unable to convert. Tungkab, of course, the younger brother of JD. He used to play for the UP Fighting Maroons and eventually for Gilas. And right now, just like Sam, he's trying to cement his own stuff here in Liga Laguna.
Scoring there, Macos meets, tying it up at 9. 5 minutes, 28 remaining in the first quarter. And the white shirts are running. Missing, however. Jmar Capuso looking for a teammate. Now here's Tungkab. Sidestep floater, no.
Well, Tungkab just can't find his rhythm. He's now 0 out of 3 while Arbis continues to score para sa Nagcarlan. He's got 7 points so far and it's been sensational for his team.
Pretty solid fundamental move there by Arbis. And as we're praising Arbis, eto na, eclipsed by that 3-point shot by Sam Intano.
And Samentano is going to be there, ready always for Team Santa Rosa. And Coach Ron would be most probably giving him more playing time as he produces points and other factors for this game.
That's right. Short on the three-point try was Kapuso. Luis Cinco driving it, pero missing the shot. Also that putback from Kapuso. Oh, great fast break.
You love that in a big man. That's just like Las Cunhas, able to get the board and able to bring down the lead, kahit na half court lang, just to be able to set up and initiate the fast break opportunities para sa team nila. Oh, wow!
I was about to say, Coach Mike, that Macos Meat just grabbed the lead, pero hindi pa ako nakakapagsalita, binawi kaagad nitong si Samentano.
Well, Samentano so far perfect from beyond the arc, 2 out of 2. He's got 6 points in the game. Boy, talk about this guy, Samentano.
Messias, quite a hesitant jumper that time. But the transition defense of the white shirts still working for them as the ball was tapped out of bounds on that fast break attempt by Santa Rosa. We have a timeout called by Coach Ron Ferrer. Magbabalik po ang Liga Laguna Season 3.
Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, salika rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumalpa. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo.
And we are back. Santa Rosa versus Nagcarlan. Win or go home. Last game of the elimination. Seman Cabiles alongside Mike Perez. And another point there para Santa Rosa. They now lead 17-13 with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Just the type of execution that you want to happen coming off a timeout. Nice ball movement, nice moving around the guys to get to their open spots. And that basket really predicated on the system put up by Coach Ron para dito sa Santa Rosa.
Oh, that would have been a good find by Samentano, but Author couldn't handle that backdoor pass.
I felt that Author was lazily going to that open spot. He could have, given a little bit more aggression, a lot more speed compared to how he did it earlier. Well, but we'll see kung anong adjustments. Oh, beautiful cut and a high-low there for Nagcarlan.
And as coaches say, Coach Mike, kung kakat ka na rin lang, cut hard, right?
Yep, you always cut hard.
And Luis Cinco finding his range from beyond the arc. Scores 20-15, 2 minutes 35. Natitira dito sa ating first quarter. Oh, that's...
Wow!
Nasa San Pedro tayo, pero parang sa Muntinlupa itinira yon ni Bueno.
Well, Bueno sensing the need for a point production in the absence of Conte and Elieva, really showing his stuff. Samentano trying to take that back.
We have to check that, Coach Mike. I think he's Villa Hermosa, if I'm not mistaken, number 13.
We got to check that, though.
Yes, that's actually one issue that that the officials had with the uniform of Nagcarlan. They have no number in front. No, and with the pinstripes design of their uniforms, medyo nakakaroon ng cross-eye effect pag binabasa mo yung apelido. However, I'm sure that Bueno ang nakasulat sa likod ni number 13 ng Nagcarlan.
Yep, and the ball got tapped out for Coronado.
So the ball goes back to the red shirts of Stonefire Croatia, Santa Rosa. A bit of a shuffle dito sa players ni Coach Ron Ferrer, no? Intano getting a breather. Tarin. Shot clock winding down. Corner 3 by Luis.
Oh, wow. That's the second time that they've set up Cinco. Normally we would initiate the offense with the dribble weave at the top and having guys show on the corners or on the key. But boy, Cinco's been hot from beyond the arc so far.
Yes, back-to-back threes by Luis Cinco. Oh, good interior passing once again by Macos meets Nagcarlan. And finishing that off was Arbis.
Arbis now has got 9 points across his name. And
So far, I think, yeah,
very, very solid itong si Arbis para dito kay Coach Jack.
parang isa pa lang ang namimintis niyang tira eh.
Right.
Samantala, na-foul doon sa drive si Luis Cinco. As we see it in the slow-mo replay, he made a rondo effort there with a behind-the-back fake. Pero a foul was called and we have another timeout. Magbabalik po ang Liga Laguna Season 3.
Ito we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga, kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba, halit.
Back to the action, streaming to you live from San Pedro Sports Complex. Eman Cabiles with Mike Perez at the helm. Luis Cinco of Santa Rosa, Stonefire Croatia. 2 free throws para kay Luis.
So far, this quarter's been pretty good para sa Nagcarlan, and
That's
Coach
right.
Jack couldn't ask for more dito sa mga players niya. Again, in the absence of Conte and Elieva, these guys have stepped up, especially itong si Arbis. We haven't seen much of production from Mesias, but hopefully later on, he gets to contribute more para sa Nagcarlan.
Another long three, almost in, but bounces out. And now the fast break play, a foul. Getting the foul there is number 12, Lizen. Etong si Bueno, no? Ang layo ng range talaga eh, no?
Yeah, and I feel he's got that range too, because he's not going to take those shots from way outside, as we see that layup foiled and fouled there by Lizen. And, you know, you take those shots if you're Bueno because you know that's your range. No,
That's
it's
right.
not like it's a forced shot.
Yes.
So most probably in practice he gets to do that, but in game very little we've seen that because itong si Bueno is, you know, playing behind Conte and Elieva and the
right.
rotations.
Lizen splits his charities. And talking about Bueno, he's actually 50% from that spot, no? Which is yung konti lang, isang step lang after the logo. Here he is again.
Yeah, what's scary though for Santa Rosa is they're shooting 45% from 3 as Arbis continues. He's got, I guess, 11 points now in the game.
Arbis carrying the offensive load para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. And without Elieva and Conte and Madlangbayan, Macos meets Nagcarlan is not doing bad in this game, no? Against a full lineup of Stonefire Croatia Santa Rosa.
And so far, what's very uncharacteristic is that this zone has actually been working para kay Coach Jack of Nagcarlan.
And that ends our first quarter. Magbabalik po ang Liga Laguna para sa second quarter.
Ito we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas.
We take a look now at the first quarter highlights. That corner 3 by Capuso and this beautiful drive and draw by Intano to Lizen. Sa bandang Macos meets Nagcarlan naman. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. They're keeping this one close, Coach Mike.
Well, what's been working so far para sa Nagcarlan is that they're able to get more attempts from the field. compared to Santa Rosa. Credit that to the type of defense. Their zone defense is actually preventing any easy baskets para sa Santa Rosa, though meron silang lead right now by 4 points, but still that defense of Nagcarlan is really holding up. On the other end, from the field, it's just 38% shooting para sa Santa Rosa compared to the 57% of Nagcarlan. But on the three-point area, that's where you really give up things when you're playing the zone. You got to give up that three. And so far, it's what's keeping Santa Rosa this lead as they converted 5 out of 11 for a 45% clip. So you're talking about 15 of the 26 points of Santa Rosa coming from the three-point region.
That's right. And of course, players responsible for that would be Luis Cinco, Jmar Capuso, and
Samantano. Right.
So let's see. If you're Santa Rosa, Coach Mike, what do you need to get a sizable distance from the Nagcarlan?
Well, I think they got to go do more dribble drive just like this one by Cinco, and to be able to convert, to challenge the zone defense. I mean, that three is not gonna hold up for the entire game, so they got to find other opportunities to score just like that one drive right there para kay Kalingasan.
As you said it, no? Ginawa ka agad, narinig ka ni Kalingasan. At sa part naman ng Macos meets Nagcarlan, what do they need to keep this one close and give them a chance to steal the victory from Santa Rosa?
Well, they got to keep their fingers crossed that Arbis continues with that high shooting clip on the game. I think he's only missed 1 or 2 so far from the field, and he's been excellent. And Bueno has been pretty solid din para dito kay Coach Jack of Nagcarlan. So you need other guys to step up in the absence of that 40-point production by the deadly duo of Conte and Elieva.
Exactly, Coach Mike. Meanwhile, tumatakbo na. Ito na si Author. The scoop is in!
Good up and under move after getting his dribble stopped.
Right.
And up against the big guy, Las Cuenos, he's been able to score.
Another steal by the Rangers of Santa Rosa, and a good foul given up there by Macos meets to stop the fast break.
Las Cuñas had nowhere to go, so he had to stop that run by Santa Rosa. Would have been a golden opportunity to score, but you got a foul. That's a duty foul right there by Las Cuñas.
Villahermosa checks out for Bueno para dito sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. Of course, Bueno hitting 3-pointers para sa white and green shirts and keeping it close.
And the camera's not catching this, but you see Coach Jack really talking very intently dito kay Villahermosa, probably telling him, hey, look, we saw Bueno step up and we need you to do the same.
That's right. Samantala, and one opportunity para dito as we take a look at it again. Albarico, the layup plus the foul.
And they're going to need more of that to catch Santa Rosa late defensively, trying to run the open floor, advance that ladder forward if you can. But if not, you go to your half-court set.
Hindi lang niya naipasok yung bonus free throw, Coach Mike, but the score is 30-26. Apat lang yan with 7:55 to go in the second quarter.
Yun naman na magiging problema ni Coach Jack of Nagcarlan. They switch to 1-2-2, and that's going to be easy pickings for the big guys to just dive on the forward defenders. You see that excellent drive right there for an and one.
Another N1 play here para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. This time, courtesy of Yuri Cabella. Binali pa no?
Yep,
and great body control going up.
And nakikita mo yung smile kay Coach Jack of Nagcarlan because he's happy that other guys are stepping up.
Yes.
He might be short on rotation,
That's
but man,
right.
the heart of these guys wanting to advance to the quarterfinals is really in there para sa Nagcarlan.
Of course, as we said earlier, Nagcarlan, Macos meets missing key players in Elieva, which has been tagged the baby beast, no? Kasi para talagang si Calvin Abueva maglaro yun Also, Conte, ang kanilang solid player. I think Elieva was injured last night. May tumamas, he has a bruise, is suffering from a bruised rib in the game he played last night. Meanwhile, Conte naman has another game na mas priority because it's in his school, no? Which is Trace College.
Sometimes really player availability that
Right.
kind of twists some of your strategies and tactics for the game. But man, this guy 93, Arthur's been excellent inside the field, getting inside those seams, and
right.
you know he's been very aggressive offensively. And I like how he does his jump stops inside, keeping him in control, staying the course. If he doesn't get any shot attempts, it's easy for him to kick it out and relocate.
That's right. Arthur is really a workhorse. I think he's been compared to Freddy Abuda of San Miguel by our partner Ray Hoble before.
Yeah, he is, right. And he's so winded right now after that stellar play in the second quarter. And needs a rest and probably come back with more energy.
He's actually doing the instructions of Coach Ron Ferrer na ibigay nyo 110% in this game, as you know, it's win or go home na nga.
Yeah, as Las Cuñas tries to shovel it inside, he felt that he had a mismatch against Randy De Los Reyes.
De Los Reyes clearly giving up a lot of height and heft versus Las Cuñas down low.
Right. It's really the off-ball movement of Nagcarlan that they got to get involved, especially with that ball on the post.
Mesias.
Oh, finally.
Right, nothing but net. You can't leave this guy open for a second. And that's bad news for Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia if Mesias gets hot, no?
Yep, and at the rate things have been going para dito sa Nagcarlan, they're actually keeping themselves in stride and within striking distance against a much vaunted powerhouse team in Santa Rosa.
35-31 po ang ating score. Last point for the red shirts courtesy of De Los Reyes. 6 minutes, 18 left, and another 3 para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan, cutting that lead down to 1.
I'm sure Coach Ron's going to talk about wing side coverage as we see here Randy De Los Reyes bleeding from the nose.
That's right.
Looking at the ref, probably we're going to get a timeout later on as De Los Reyes continues to bleed from the nose. You see right there. There's that shot, and we didn't really catch that.
Meanwhile, De Los Reyes has to go out. He's claiming that an elbow came down and hit him on the nose.
And De Los Reyes one tough cookie. I mean, hindi yan basta bibigyan. Expect him to come back like a wounded soldier.
And I'm sure once the bleeding stops, gusto agad bumalik yan at makabawi. Meanwhile, possession stays with the red shirts.
Oh,
inside.
nice feed inside.
Kalingasan, the fade. I guess Coach Mike, he should have gone for the quick buhat, no? Inside.
But as he went to the other side, medyo nakadepensa din doon si Las Cuñas. So, hindi lang niya finors kaya he went the other way.
Las Cuñas displaying good defense para sa Macos meets and...
Yan ang nakakatakot dyan.
Right.
Oh, but a good defense there by Las Cuñas.
Arbis bobbled that ball.
Oh, wow!
Oh, and he got the bucket nonetheless para sa Macos meets.
Talk about not giving up on that possession, and a 3, back and forth we go, Eman.
Right, and as Macos meets got the lead, binura kagad, binawi kagad ni Luis Cinco with that 3-point jumper.
Cinco so far, I think that's the third triple we have for Cinco in this game.
That's right, 38-36 ang ating score. 5 minutes to go sa first half of play. Meanwhile, good interior defense by Santa Rosa considering that they're playing small ball right now.
Right, and Las Cuñas been trying to shovel things inside the paint, sensing that I'm a lot taller and a lot heftier than the other guys in here, so I might have a good chance to score. Oh, good cut there by Bueno, and one! Wow!
Beautiful, beautiful play completed by Bueno, going through several picks and finally getting that inbound pass from the baseline.
Well, clear misdirection there. They got the other guy on a staggered screen on one end, and Bueno fills that gap on the weak side, and talk about the vision of Las Cuñas for that pass.
Bueno, let's see if he can complete this 3-point play. He does.
And I guess ang nagpapahirap dito, Eman, is that if you're now Coach Ron, you don't know where the points are coming from para sa Nagcarlan, because you normally would look at Conte and Elieva, and good defense right there too.
That was an emphatic rejection by Las Cuñas in the interior defense of Macos Meats. Pero wala nangyari dun sa fast break nila. The ball will go back to the red shirts of Santa Rosa.
But I think there's going to be a challenge there, if I'm not mistaken, or a warning. There's a warning there called on Coach Jack.
Coach Jack Iranzo, as intense as his players inside the court, no? Halos hindi umuupo si Coach Jack eh. Meanwhile, Intano trying the three-point shot, wala. And the white shirts are pushing the tempo here. Arbis, rare miss again, claiming he was pushed from behind.
But Arbis, you're playing solid. You gotta stop complaining. You gotta go back in defense to be able to get yourself an opportunity. Now an open floor here.
Meanwhile,
There you go.
Sam Intano, before that play, that attempt by Arbis, Sam Intano seemed to have gotten cold now.
Yep, he's been pretty cold, exactly. But, you know, the open floor incursions of itong Nagcarlan have been giving them the much-needed points, as right now they lead by 1. And Arbis, in as much as he's been playing an excellent game, he's got to stop complaining.
Yes.
You got to stay in the game if you want to be able to advance your team to the next round.
Making his first charity, John Arbis giving Macos Meats Nagcarlan a 40-38 lead, and the score remains 40-38. 4 minutes 4 remaining dito sa ating first half.
RB so far with 14 points already in this match. A little bit crowded on that spacing right there on the ball side for Santa Rosa.
That's right, Sam Intano, the fake, the step
Got
back.
step back there.
Still missing the three-point.
Open floor.
3-on-1 para sa Macos Meats. And Mesias takes it all the way.
Santa Rosa looks tired right now. They're not going back on defense. Those 4 straight open floor incursions para dito sa Nagcarlan really just tiring out. Especially when you have a guy like Las Cuñas who's able to handle the ball 94 feet in a finish by Arbis to complete that play.
And as you said earlier, Coach Mike, hindi basta-basta kayo pwedeng mabuhay sa three-point shot, no?
Yep.
And Santa Rosa has been attempting from beyond the arc, no, sa last few plays nila, pero wala nangyayari.
Oh, good pass. But they're wasting too much time on the clock. Oh, excellent defense.
Las Cuñas is like holding an umbrella inside. Walang makalusot na tira sa kanya. I think it's his third block already.
Yeah, and we've been talking about Arbis, Mesias, and Bueno, but, you know, itong si Las Cuñas, malaki ang binibigay nito. Defensive boards, blocks. Look at that, another deflection by Las Cuñas. And again, the white shirts on the run.
That's right, Kalingasan almost had that rebound. It was tapped away by Las Cuñas. He looks winded now. I think he's looking for someone to sub in for him.
The entire 5 of Santa Rosa on the floor looks gassed. They want a timeout.
And timeout they will get. Liga Laguna Season 3 will be right back.
Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, salika rito.
Back to the action now. Eman Cabiles, kasama pa rin si Mike Perez, covering the very last game of eliminations. And right now, Macos meets Nagcarlan on top, 44-38. It's their biggest lead. Dinagdagan pa ni Bueno.
Well, this is, I'm sure, one resistance from Nagcarlan that Santa Rosa was not expecting. They thought that in the absence of their key players, that they were just going to fold up.
Yes.
But so far, Nagcarlan's responded to the challenge, and right now they're looking poised. so far in this match.
And sadly, Coach Mike, no, I've seen this before sa part ng Santa Rosa, Stonefire, Croatia. I've seen them na start strong. They had a strong start. Tapos bigla silang madedemoralize when their opponent makes a run.
Yep. And it might be a time to try and, experiment on different ways to attack the defense. That 1-2-2 has been working so far, and that weave's not causing any damage at all.
Exactly.
And any kinks, nothing at all for Santa Rosa.
For one thing, they've been taking too many three-point attempts, no? Arthur forcing one in. No go, pero offensive rebound there, but Intano losing it.
Well, you could even go for an account that when Randy Arthur went out, things just started going downhill para sa Santa Rosa. I mean, the energy that Arthur brings and the threat inside the paint,
Yes.
absent when he was on the bench.
That's right. And of course, that was the time when Las Cuñas dominated the
Right.
paint on the defensive
Exactly.
end for Macos Meats.
That's right. Somehow it felt a little bit easier cover for Las Cuñas without
Right.
Arthur inside the floor.
Right, at ito namang si Arbis namayagpag sa opensa para sa Nagcarlan.
Ooh, wow!
Mesias nagkapi pa sa ere with that beautiful dipsy-do layup, no?
Well, that read was excellent for Macias. A little hesi, froze that defense, and immediately went on attack mode.
Right.
Boy, this guy's responded.
Good pass by Arthur, but Intano wasn't expecting that. Nagulat siya sa pasa na yun.
And boy, Macias really just feeling it right now.
Right.
Bueno, Macias, Las Cuñas, started off by Arvis. I mean, look at this one. He froze that, went dipsy-do, off glass. Woo!
Yeah.
Mom's gonna love that cooking.
That's right. Nakita niya yung dibdib ni Lizen at sabi niya parang magandang upuan to ah.
And what you like about that if you're Coach Jack is walang takot eh,
Oh,
no?
yes.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
land of the Giants, he goes in and tries to dominate.
And of course, dito sa game na to, sa mga win or go home, sa mga do or die, whoever wants it more usually turns out the victors, no?
No, but if you're Santa Rosa, you can't give up. You have enough firepower. You've got Capuso, you've got Samantano, you've got Arthur on the game, you've got Lizen as well, you've got Cinco. I mean, you have enough weapon to
That's
go
right.
back.
Meanwhile, Nagcarlan is now up 51-38. And will be called on that drive by John Anos.
And Anos not happy with that call at all. That was a rare one-on-one in the open floor
Yes.
against Macias. Oh yeah, he got into Macias right there.
Yes. Good job by Mesias for taking that contact. Meanwhile, Cabella, not much movement in this offensive play by Macos Meats. Mesias guarded by Anoos. Nakawala, kick out. The three is up but out. Now Samintano looking to score, and he does. Finally giving 2 points. Sa Red Shirt.
Oh, you got to cover that one. Oh, wow!
Count!
Major lapse in defense right there. After Samantano made that strong finish on the other end, everybody just stand around thinking that's the end of the quarter.
Right.
But Macias is just finishing it strong for Nagcarlan.
And a great job by Macos Meets Nagcarlan. They are up by 13, 53-40 at the end of the first half of play against Stonefire Croatia. Santa Rosa magbabalik po ang Liga Laguna Season 3 for the third quarter.
Ito we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede ka kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumagpa. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumagpa. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumagpa. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, sali ka rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumagpa. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo.
This is the last game of eliminations. Winner go home. Nagcarlan versus Santa Rosa. As we take a look at the first half highlights. Nagcarlan leading by 13 now. There's Author, the scoop. Pero isa yun sa mga rare points sa Santa Rosa heading at the end of the second quarter, Coach Mike.
Yup, and Author's been the author of that run para dito sa Santa Rosa. But soon as he went to the bench, everything just went downhill nga. Katulad na sinabi natin, para dito sa Santa Rosa, Las Cuñas was able to get those blocks and able to establish himself inside the paint, getting rebounds, kicking out outlets, dishing, bringing the ball half court, giving it up, and letting his guards run. And the excellent stellar play of itong si Arbis coupled with Bueno, and then ended that half with Mesias leading the way in the charge. And you got to talk about that final shot basket by Mesias. Total miscue right there. Nobody just covering
final
him.
basket, that's right.
And talk about that beautiful dipsy dude which got us off our seats, and Cersei Coach Jack then. And this would have been an opportunity to start something para sa Santa Rosa, but got into the body of Mesias. Itong si Anos, he was called for that offensive foul. And just to end the quarter here, Mesias, nobody covering him. Anos was late. And just everybody staring down and looking at the bench. And Santa Rosa is saying, what happened?
They thought that the quarter was over, but Mesias only needed a few seconds to sneak in one more basket to end the first half.
Well, a little bit stymied on the offensive end para dito sa Santa Rosa. Attempts na lang ang pag-usapan natin. That first half, Nagcarlan was able to make 50 field goal attempts, while for Santa Rosa, they only got 36.
That's
Just
right.
36 field goal attempts. Shooting, they're not shooting very bad though. 42% from the field and 35% from three. Again, that 3 percentages went down soon as Kapuso went to the bench. Cinco got arrested,
Author.
couldn't convert. Author went out, and so that inside-out attack for Santa Rosa was no longer there. Meantime, on the side of Nagcarlan, shooting 72% from the
Wow.
two-point field, making 18 of 25. And why? Because most of them were in open court
Yeah,
when there was
that's
no
right.
defense resisting the attack of
That's
Nagcarlan.
right. And of course, those open court opportunities for Nagcarlan was initiated by the great defensive effort by Las Cuñas, which enabled them to create those fast breaks that were completed by either Arbes, Mesias, and even Bueno.
Yep, and one other thing that maybe could be on the minds of the Santa Rosa followers would be, why did J. Mark Kapuso not have enough playtime, especially in that second quarter?
Meanwhile, Jimmer Kapuso is back at the start of the third quarter.
Good roll there.
Oh, Las Cuñas.
Look at just Las Cuñas really
Yes.
having his way inside.
Dominating in the interior is Las Cuñas. Macos meets Nagcarlan, still protecting a 13-point lead.
And nobody's grabbing that ball from Las Cuñas. Those big arms and this
Right.
his height is just an advantage for him.
Oh, open for... Albarico knocks it down. And it's now a 16-point lead para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan.
I'm sure none of the Santa Rosa followers would even think they'd be down double digits, let alone be down by 16.
That's
Good
right.
thing Tungkab was able to get in those points and cut this down to 14. But they still got enough time though.
That's right. And we've seen them come back from several games when they were down up to the fourth quarter, but they really need to step up here.
And this is a powerhouse cast here for Santa Rosa. Tungkab, Kapuso, and Tano together with Cinco, but he loses that leather.
Mesias, good steal of the Luis Cinco turn. And the fast break, still not completed. Presence of mind of Cabela.
Yeah. Presence
Throwing it
of mind.
to Tungkab.
Right, the presence of mind to get that ball out of bounds through the body of your opponent.
Yes, and retaining the possession for Macos meets. Another corner three, pero hindi pumasok that time from Albarico.
Well, he had to hurry because the shot clock was winding down on them.
Corner three, Kapuso burying that one and cutting the lead down to 11.
That is actually the first time we've seen a three from Santa Rosa in quite a long spell. Oh! And the entire bench just trying to contest that call by the ref.
That's right, claiming that it was a clean steal, but the ref saw that hip check against Las Cuñas.
And there's a warning on the bench.
This time on the part of Santa Rosa.
Oh, wow. That could have been debatable right there.
It was close,
Yeah,
right?
it was close. Las Cuñas had nowhere to go, and it really was just Sam picking the pocket of Las Cuñas.
Oh, speaking of picking pockets, Tungkab got it now. Fast break for the red shirts. No go. Pero J-Mar Kapuso gets it back. Wala lang yung kanyang three-point attempt there. I think he should have waited for his teammates there.
But rain check there for J-Mark. He wanted to see how far his three would go as he's converted one earlier. And good defensive stuff here for Santa Rosa.
That's right. Espanyol along with Tungkab and Kapuso making efforts to get the steal.
Well, good decision here. They're going to bring in Randy Author back in the game. Tungkab.
Oh, wow! From right to left. Tungkab with a spectacular layup there versus Las Cuñas.
A Jordan-esque finish.
Yes. Konting
for
elevation
Tungkab,
lang.
right.
So it's 47-56. Las Cuñas, three-point attempt, wala. Arbes missing that putback. Pero the ball stays with Nagcarlan. Cabela spin cycle, and finally a basket for the white and green shirts, courtesy of Cabela.
A lot of activity on the offensive board, especially on those long rebounds. The guards just keep on coming para dito sa Nagcarlan to get those boards.
Jumper by Luis Cinco is money.
Well, that's one thing that they want to start going para dito sa Santa Rosa. You gotta get Cinco, Capuso, Salmentano making those baskets from 3. But you gotta go dribble penetrations as well so you get the other team in penalty.
9-point lead now para sa Nagcarlan. Will Mesias add on to it? Wala, pero Cabela!
Wow!
Offensive rebound, put back plus the foul.
And the offensive rebounds really just going the way of Nagcarlan.
That is a deadly combination, Coach Mike. Sipag plus suerte, no?
Yeah, you can't ask for anything more para dito sa Nagcarlan. I mean, the Coach Jack's words have been responding sa mga inihingi niya.
That's right.
And so that's very important for them to be able to establish that rhythm going to this third quarter.
However, Yuri Cabela missing the bonus free throw. Nagcarlan still up. Salmentano, the fake. Kick out to Luis. Corner 3 is...
Oh, yes!
Luis Cinco keeping the red shirt's head above water here.
Well, 2 triples already made by Cinco and 1 earlier from Jmar Capuso. You really want to start these guys going if you're Santa Rosa.
Score is 60-52. 1-point lead para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. 5 minutes 50.
Oh!
And still dominating the boards is Macos meets Nagcarlan.
And every time that Sam Entano eventually ends up inside the paint, you expect that it's going to be an offensive rebound as we see another 3 right there by Cinco.
That was almost the same play. Entano driving and kicking it out to Luis Cinco. And Luis Cinco giving an assist for Entano, no? Diving for the ball, several bodies on the floor. Cabela! A rejection there by Author, but a foul will be called prior to the shot.
Well, one good thing though for Coach Ron is that finally they're getting to start to get a momentum and a rhythm to how they're running this, but they gotta be able to close out better. Author finally was there to stop that. Kung wala si Author, that could have been another 3-point opportunity. So, you know, preventing those makes of a help, even on a foul, is valuable para dito kay Randy Author.
Etong si Randy Author parang ano to parang defibrillator ng Santa Rosa. Nasa-shock sila with the energy he brings as soon as he gets into the court. Meanwhile, Salmentano, the lead is 7 para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. Another 3 on the way, this time Espanyol, pero hindi pumasok. And Cabela, the sidestep, and another foul will be called.
And Cabela's holding on to his lower back.
There was a reach-in as Cabela was going up for the shot, but I think the landing was a bit awkward.
You got to stop reaching. I mean, I think that's twice already that Espanyol's reached on a driving Nagcarlan player. But now Santa Rosa, while you know while it's been the 3 that's actually brought them back into this game, you can't be too dependent on those 3s,
Like you said, yes.
you eventually would need to get inside, get some physical incursions, hopefully some fouls, get people in foul trouble, land them in penalty, so that you'd be able to have a chance to go to the stripe even more than how
That's
you did
right.
it. You were prevented in the first half.
That's right, and they should learn that lesson that they were taught at the end of the second quarter, Coach Mike, when they were too dependent on the 3, samantalang fast break naman itong Nagcarlan Macos meets.
And Nagcarlan can't be too confident. They're not out of the woods. This is just a 3-possession game. And 3 stops and 3 conversions on Santa Rosa, and they're back in it.
Pero surprisingly, no, para dito sa Macos meets Nagcarlan, wala yung 2 key players sila, pero everybody seems to be stepping up. Salmentano still missing these shots.
Just like that time around, Nagcarlan was playing zone. They just settled for the 3. They gotta go inside to Author. I feel that Author's got a mismatch advantage inside para dito sa Santa Rosa.
Meanwhile, Cabello once again was fouled, this time by Caruco. And was that a unsportsmanlike foul?
We're gonna try and get the right call from the referees. Looks like some banggaan sa ilalim, no? With Caruco getting involved.
And I guess after the whistle, there was still some extracurricular movements between Cabela and Caruco.
Kaya ako nung nag-aaral ako, yung mga extracurricular ko, nililimit ko talaga. Umuwi ka agad ako eh. Ganun ka rin ba na nag-aaral ka?
Baligtad na sobrahan ako sa extracurricular. Yeah. Kaya bandawalin ang problema ako sa academics.
Well, depende ko on the extracurricular mo. If it's another, extra work on math or whatever, then that's good. But if your extracurricular is being with friends, malling, teka muna, may mall na ba nung time mo?
Sobra ka naman, Coach Mike. Wala pa tong Galleria South.
Alright.
Pero from... And our first call was right. It was a sportsmanlike foul called against Moncaruco of Santa Rosa. So technical free throws will be attempted here by Cabela.
And sometimes lulls like this in game could swing momentums, no? So you gotta be wary if you're Nagcarlan that you continue to have after this lull.
And I've been talking about it earlier. Yun nga, nagkaroon ng matagal na lull during that game of Santa Rosa versus Cavinti. Nung na-injure itong si Kapuso. Sobrang tagal talaga nung lull. As Kapuso suffered really a horrible injury that time. And then after that long lull, bigla na lang nabuhayan itong Santa Rosa, and they moved on to win that game in overtime.
Yep. And while we see that depleted itong roster nitong Nagcarlan, and as much as they lead right now, if they get past this game, they gotta bring everybody in if they wanna beat Calamba.
Yes.
Yep.
And so far it's working, no? We thought it at the start of the game na si Mesias lang ang aasahan nila sa Opesa.
Wow.
So far, ang dami, including that guy, Las Cuñas, dominating inside.
Well, just the patience of being able to dribble down, get yourself closer, a little drop step, but you gotta close out on Arthur. That, I think, is the mismatch that we were talking about when you talk about Arthur. He's got range, so Las Cuñas gotta be able to go out and challenge that shot.
And that would be a big thing for Santa Rosa if they're able to draw Las Cuñas out of the paint.
Correct. That's gonna open the paint for dribble penetrations. Once again, they go to this mismatch. You gotta clear if you're bueno.
Las Cuñas, short stab is out, pero he was...
Yeah.
Nakita yung hawi. He was called for the ward-off against Randy Arthur on the offensive rebound attempt.
Well, maybe what Nagcarlan could do once they get that ball dumped inside to Las Cuñas, as we see Arthur getting fouled.
Right.
Once they get that ball on the post to Las Cuñas, they gotta, clear out that side. Some coaches would do like a dive from top of the key to give the big guy an opportunity to dish. Some would do a post split. It really varies on how you want to attack that, but definitely you gotta clear that out, especially if you got Las Cuñas lording it over the smaller guys of Santa Rosa.
That is so precise, Coach Mike Perez. Meanwhile, Randy Arthur is at the free throw line. Apparently, nanalo siya doon sa argument that he was at the act of shooting when he got fouled by Las Cuñas.
And Arthur's been consistently producing para sa Santa Rosa.
Arthur cuts the lead down to 8. 66, 58 ang ating score. 3 minutes 39 remaining in the third quarter. And Santa Rosa now will implement a full court press, Coach.
I think he's got 6 points and 7 rebounds, talking about Randy Arthur.
There! But the pass was too strong, was too long for Mesias to reach. Pero ang ganda sana ng play na yun, bigla na lang nakawala itong si Mesias.
Ayun ang value ng Las Cuñas sa outlet passes like those. He's got a strong arm that can make those one-handers. As we see Cinco for the 3, you'll miss. Again, another run, open floor. That's been the problem. Oh!
Defensive stop!
We spoke too early that time around. Good stop there.
Romel Taren not giving up on the play.
Let's see that once again. Woo! You're not getting that in on my clock.
That's right. Mesias was 2 steps ahead, pero Taren getting over there and rejecting that shot by Mesias. So we have a timeout now. Magbabalik po ang Liga Laguna.
Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga.
Back in the ball game. Nagcarlan Macos meets. Still up here against Santa Rosa, Stonefire Croatia. Villahermosa, open lane.
Oh, wow.
That shot.
Well, Villahermosa called off the bench, but you can't take away his audacity to go inside and be challenged by Arthur. Could have dumped it inside, but he wanted to get his own rhythm. So I guess if I'm Coach Jack, that's okay.
Yes.
But you got to go back and defend because we want to make another stop and make another run of it. Hopefully, you'll get your opportunity.
That was a great drive by Villahermosa. Hindi lang kumagat yung pectus nung lefty layup niya, no? A good passing there. Luis Cinco open for the 3 again, missing it, however. It was a hard collision between Mesias and Intano.
Intano was airborne as Mesias was trying to go for that possession. Nothing intentional here.
That's right, take a look at it again.
Yep.
I think this is a better angle, Coach. And that's right, no intention to hurt anybody. It's just an ugly collision that happens during basketball games.
Yeah, because he was airborne. He had no way to control himself once you're airborne. And the speed and the momentum of Mesias getting into him.
And it was actually on the part of Sam Intano, he was just as at risk, of getting hurt.
Could have gone either way, but
well,
it's good that we see Mesias back on his feet.
Oh, this kid is tough.
I was talking to Mesias earlier and I was telling him, hey, walang konte, walang Elieva, anong gagawin natin? Kung anong kinakailangan, coach, I will do it. So, he's actually lived up to that expectation and these guys responded beautifully for Coach Jack.
And that is why he is Mesias or the Messiah.
Right.
For Nagcarlan Macos meets the score is 68-59. 2 minutes 59 left in the third. Let's see what Santa Rosa can do here to cut the lead down.
A steal right there.
Oh, counter steal there. Regalidad trying to go coast to coast.
Boy, that stop by Las Cuñas right there off that drive.
I think Las Cuñas now has 5
There you
blocks,
go.
no?
There you go.
Meanwhile, Randy Arthur, fearless drive against Las Cuñas.
Randy Arthur's been the steady guy for Santa Rosa no matter what.
That's right.
He stays in control inside the paint. He looks at his guys and he's defending pretty well against itong Las Cuñas.
Basically, he does his job, no?
Yup. Oh, that's going to be I feel that's going to be a block.
Oh, that's a block.
I thought that was going to be a charge as Espanyol. Well, they got a different vantage point from us. Because we got blocked by the action of the wing guys.
Let's
see that once again.
Yeah, let's see the replay there.
Oh yeah, he was there first.
Oh, that could have gone either way.
Yeah.
That's right, that could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way.
And the knee was out for Las Cuñas.
Yeah.
Actually.
Wow.
So tough break here para sa red shirt sa Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia.
And Las Cuñas trying to check on those battle-worn knees. If they're still up to it. He's got, what, one more full quarter ahead of him. I'm sure Las Cuñas is not going to get any breather at all.
That's right. Yeah, let's check on later. Let's check on the stats. Kung ilan na ba ang blanca, ang blocks nitong si Las Cuñas, no? Because he's been amazing defensively inside. And look at that, Capella outworking everybody to get that offensive rebound para sa Macos meets Nagcarlan. And nothing the Stonefire Santa Rosa can do but foul Capella.
So far, we've had 3 blocks by Nagcarlan. I suppose all of them coming from Las Cuñas, and no blocks at all for Santa Rosa. So it really just, the mere presence of you going through Las Cuñas makes you want to think about it if you get inside the paint.
Magdadalawang isip ka na no? Makita mo pa lang yung numero niya.
Well, look at Author battling for that board, battling against 2 white shirts.
Oh, that's a jump ball. I think the possession arrows pointing to Nagcarlan, so another possession for them here. But we have to verify that.
Possession arrow points, I guess.
Oh, it's
Possession arrow pointing to Santa Rosa.
for
right
Santa
there.
Rosa.
Right.
a good break there for the red shirts of Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia. Now Nagcarlan is implementing a full court press. Samintano. Here's Author. Good cut there by Kalingasan. And again, great interior defense by Nagcarlan, tapping that ball out off the body of Kalingasan.
And still no J-Mark Capuso. No J-Mark at all
Yes.
on the floor for Santa Rosa.
Not to mention Luis Cinco.
Cinco as well.
1 minute 44 remaining in the third. Bueno, fearless drive, too strong. And the red shirts are running, but Bueno was there to stop the ball momentarily.
Ooh! Wow.
Again, the interior defense of the white shirts. Pero Kalingasan won't be denied that time. Well, he didn't get the bucket, but he got fouled and he will go to the free throw line.
Well, that time around, I felt Santa Rosa showing more grit on that offensive stand. As the, offensive rebounds, finally getting it, and Kalingasan getting fouled and trying to put that back in.
So Mike Kalingasan has a chance to cut this lead back down to 6.
Well, one thing that the Santa Rosa cannot do right now is that they can't do drive and kick because you don't have a J-Mark Capuso and a Cinco out in the perimeter to kick that ball to.
Although we've seen Espanyol knock those threes down.
Yeah.
Let's see, and also Samintano, but so far Samintano has been very, very cold. Right after that hot first quarter, no? Parang after nung first quarter, Coach Mike, hindi na yata nakakuha ng points itong si Samintano.
That's right. And, medyo naging cold siya after that rest that he was given early in the first quarter. And the threes they continue to attempt, speaking of Santa Rosa, they now have attempted 25 three-point attempts. 25 three-point attempts for Santa Rosa.
And their makes are
roughly about just 36%. Not bad though, but the twos they gotta get more attempts.
That's right. Good close out there by Randy Author on that triple try by Mesias. Pero another foul will be called on a red shirt.
Oh, and he's given a technical right
Tarin.
there.
Adding insult to injury. He got called for the push and then complaining after the call. Got a T from the ref.
But still Santa Rosa's pretty much in it.
That's right.
They're still within striking distance.
Technical number 18 for a sportsmanlike behavior by using profane language.
Oh, there you go. great detail by the referee on why Tarin was slapped with a technical foul. Unsportsmanlike behavior using profane language. Ooh. Mate-technical ka talaga dun.
Yeah, and you're really gonna get the referee and give that to you if you didn't speak as such.
Meanwhile, Coronado. Oh, I thought Coronado was the one supposed to shoot the technical free throw, as he was the one involved in that rebound play, no?
And we've been talking about the stellar play of itong si Mesias, calling him the Messiah, but Arbis, we totally forgot about this guy.
He's been quiet but steady para sa kanyang team. Macos meets Nagcarlan.
Exactly.
Even if he's not scoring a bunch of points, he's getting his teammates involved, and he's playing good defense against the Gunners of Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia.
And it's a good move on Coach Jack to give Las Cuñas a much-needed breather, especially as they head into the fourth quarter, the all-important quarter.
Right.
And you want to stick with this 9-point lead.
Coronado knocks down the last free throw, 71-62, 58 seconds remaining in the third. And still full court pressure being implemented by Nagcarlan. Oh, good hard cut by Kalingasan, and he will be fouled by Coronado.
Good presence of mind for Randy Otter,
Yes.
hitting that cut from the weak side by Kalingasan.
As we see that again, Coronado clipping Kalingasan sa kanyang shooting arm.
Actually, even if Otter didn't give that pass to the cutting Kalingasan, as he passes, he can actually cut going right. Just off the tail of Kalingasan for even an easier finish. So either way, that could have been advantage to Santa Rosa.
Kalingasan knocks down both free throws. The score is 71-64, 43 seconds remaining. Bueno.
Now, they got to get a good stop. Remember the first half when you ended it with a mishap.
Oh, wow! Getting that bucket off that beautiful drive. That was a broken play already, pero Albarico had the presence of mind to get a shot. Oh, just a rebound play na yun. Two teammates boxed each other out, talking about Kapuso and Kalingasan.
Kalingasan was already ready in the dunker spot, waiting for that possession to be given to him, but Cinco decided otherwise, and so it's a turnover in favor of Nagcarlan.
Back to a 9-point lead now para sa Nagcarlan, and Cinco is called for a foul.
Double black eye here for Cinco after not giving up that rock to Kalingasan.
That's
he now
right.
gets called for a foul.
And because they're in the penalty, Santa Rosa that is, Bueno will be awarded 2 shots. Bueno has a chance to up this lead to 11.
Bueno is actually a crucial link to this run by Nagcarlan when Mesias went to rest. He immediately responded automatic from the field with those 2 quick threes.
That's right, and because of those made threes by Bueno, parang nagpakilala kaagad siya, and that prompted Santa Rosa to guard him way out beyond the arc, no? Opening up the lane for Nagcarlan players. Meanwhile, good pass again. Great cut by Kalingasan.
That's the way you do it. Simple give and go. Oh, good steal by Kalingasan. Puts it up.
It will count if it goes in, but it does not. And that ends the third quarter of play. Macos meets Nagcarlan, still up by 9, 75-66 against Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia. We'll return for the fourth and final quarter.
Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba, halika rito. Pakita mo, galing mo.
As we head on back here at the start of the fourth quarter, let's look at the action from the third quarter. Kapuso hitting those threes early on, trying to get himself in rhythm. And then eventually the other guys, Tungkab, contributing as well for that mini run to start the third quarter for Santa Rosa, able to bridge that gap to single digits. But the response from this guy, Cabela, together with the other people in Nagcarlan, Mesias, and Cabela, combining for that play. And Cinco tried to respond with their own threes as they shot 25 attempts already through the third quarter. But just the open floor incursions para sa Nagcarlan, and some instances when they get stops like that on that block by Santa Rosa's Tarin, and just really open floor basketball that has helped give Nagcarlan this lead. They're not comfortable with this lead yet, as this give and go between Kalingasan and Jmar Kapuso ended that quarter in the right way as opposed to how to end it the first half.
Absolutely correct, Coach Mike. And Kalingasan could be the spark that Santa Rosa is looking for to really get back into this game and make it interesting. Of course, Macos beats Nagcarlan was up as big as 16 points in the third quarter, but the heroics of Kalingasan has cut that lead down to as low as 7 or 6 even. Pero Macos meets Nagcarlan, staving off this attack by the red shirts of Santa Rosa.
And the defense of Santa Rosa continues to be porous, allowing the guards of Nagcarlan to get in those seams and
That's
make
right.
layup shots. You cannot allow that if you are Santa Rosa, especially with the fourth quarter and your opportunity to advance is on the line.
That's right. Missing that three-point attempt, Jmar Kapuso, and good play there by Mesias and Arbis.
Well, good screen by
with
Cabela.
a screen by Cabela in the middle. Samintano still looking for his offense, and finally he gets a bucket after at least 2 quarters.
Now you would love to see Sam Mentano get into those runs, especially in this fourth quarter, as they try and bridge the gap. They're down by 11 right now.
Las Cuñas, the jumper, short.
Oh
Arbis!
no! Wow! Sam Mentano just missing on
Right.
that defensive coverage. That ball just bouncing right in front of Nagcarlan.
And this is one of the stories of this game, Coach Mike. No? Nagcarlan Macos meets, even if they're
Look at that.
undermanned,
Look at that. 4 against 2.
they are outworking.
And Coach Ron says, we've seen enough. We
That's
gotta
right.
stop the bleeding.
It is 83-68, 15-point lead being enjoyed by Macos meets Nagcarlan as we see that last shot by Arbis. And look at this 4-on-1 fast break by Macos meets Nagcarlan. Well, naging 4-on-2 na dahil nakarating sa Kalingasan, but it does not matter.
Arbis looking more like Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, looking left, passing right. No?
Looking left, passing right.
Right.
Man.
And
Somebody make a video of that. Direct comparo.
magpa-viral yun. Pag tiniktok nitong si Arbis. Meanwhile, 8 minutes 15 remaining in the game. Macos meets Nagcarlan unexpectedly in control of this last game of the eliminations, 83-68.
But no matter how you put it, Santa Rosa really dug themselves a hole.
That's
Because
right.
they were in control at the start of the game.
And right now, they are being outworked by the
Right,
gentlemen
exactly.
from Nagcarlan.
Exactly, that's the word. And as you continue to be in deficit, frustration now starts to come in. Oh, nice pass inside.
And they need a lot more of those types of plays to be able to get back in this one. They're still down by 13. Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia, that is. And look at
Good
this.
defense here.
Oh, there you go.
Got to jack it up quick.
Samintano, the 3, too strong. Kalingasan almost got the offensive rebound, but ran out of space.
This duo of Kalingasan and Author actually giving them a lot better chance inside the paint, and that full court pressure continues for Santa Rosa as they want to cut down on this deficit real quick.
Now Espanyol, check out his defense. He's a pesky defender, especially on the perimeter. Arbis with that smooth, elegant shot na Ramon Fernandez, Coach Mike.
Well, that's gotta hurt from Magic Johnson to El Presidente. This guy's done everything.
That's right. Pero that time, Macos missed Nagcarlan, too eager to cross that midcourt line, and in the process, losing the ball.
We were saying there's a lot of black hole with the absence of Conte and Elieva on the guard position, but look at the rotation of Bueno, Villahermosa, Misias, Cabela. These guys have stepped up huge for Nagcarlan, and Arthur continues with his stellar play through this game.
So far, Arthur is one of the most consistent players for Santa Rosa.
Yeah, and there's just no let up on Nagcarlan trying to push that ball in the front court because they know that defense is coming in late for Santa Rosa.
You're absolutely correct, Coach Mike. Meanwhile, we see that last play. Messias missing the shot but getting a foul. So the ball will be inbounded by Las Cuñas at the sideline. And look at that cut by Albarico. Oh, just missing the shot barely, claiming that he was pushed from behind. Luis Cinco is fouled by Bueno.
That's the difference between Santa Rosa and Nagcarlan. Nagcarlan misses a shot, they go back on defense and make it difficult for that guy to bring the ball up court.
Yes.
Nagcarlan misses, Santa Rosa will run, and you know, it is just different looks here for both teams in open floor.
Oh, that play that Kalingasan did earlier, they tried it again, but Nagcarlan was too smart.
Oh, Messias right there, not seeing Albarico free on the right wing.
Messias, the lefty layup, no, Kalingasan. Oh, that was Arbis again.
Wow.
Getting that offensive rebound over the bigger opponents. Yeah, he was in the middle of Kalingasan and Odor, Coach.
So what, he's turning into a Dennis Rodman now?
Ang daming personality.
Grabe.
Si Arbis, eh? No?
Yeah.
However, he missed the first free throw.
But you know, the more difficult task, I guess, if ever Nagcarlan wins this, who gets to be best player of the game?
That's right. So far it's a total team effort,
Right.
no?
It's definitely a total team effort.
The fake by Arthur, kick out. Espanyol, he can hit that, but too strong that time. Andoas driving hard, wala. Kalingasan, finally getting a bucket para sa
Oh, look at that.
Arthur almost got the steal.
Look at that. Wow.
But if Arthur was not there, Coach, bawi ka agad yung puntos na yun, no?
Man, look at the top three guys of Nagcarlan. Arbis, 22. Messias, 19. Albarico, 18. Man.
Yeah, everybody stepped up. Parang yung tipong napabuti pa yung absent yung dalawang players nila, eh, no?
Yep.
Because
And Arbis is actually 2 rebounds away from a double-double.
Cabela finding the Scuñas inside. Messias, 4-3, too strong. And that was telegraphed by Albarigo. He will now drive strong against Espanyol. He will get the foul.
Cabela tried to do the same screen, but wisely itong si Espanyol went around it.
Yes. As we see it again. Pero kahit paano, napigilan ni Cabela yung buwelo ni Espanyol to try and block that shot by Albarigo. And we now have a timeout call. Magbabalik po ang Liga Laguna Season 3 after this.
Dito we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito, pakita mo galing mo, salika rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumalpa. Hoy! Liga natin to.
As we are near the halfway point of the fourth quarter, Coach Mike, paano makakabalik dito ang Santa Rosa Stonefire Croatia sa laro na to with how Macos meets Nagcarlan is playing?
Well, first they got to be able to come back on defense.
That's right.
That open floor game's been producing so much for Nagcarlan, and that's giving them all these opportunities for easy baskets. Second, they got to be able to get other guys involved inside the paint and not just settle for threes. As of this moment, they've attempted, I guess, 27 threes so far. And, you know, with those threes not falling and coming very few and far in between, you got to look for other sources of points, just like this one by Kalingasan inside the paint.
Oh, that was a nasty elbow received by Randy Author.
Yeah.
He will get the benefit of the offensive foul, though.
A little talk here between Anoos and Las Cuñas,
That's right.
jawing at each other. Well, for Nagcarlan, you know, they just got to continue what they're doing and
Yes.
don't fix what ain't broken. So you got to just keep Magic Johnson and El Presidente, keep him going.
Isang player pa lang yun.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Sam
nice feed, nice feed.
feeding Author sa kanyang sweet spot, itong si Samintano.
One of the very few seamless executions for Santa Rosa.
That's right. Cabella now.
It's always been late.
That's right. Anoas called for the reach. And I think Cabella will go to the free throw line.
Coaches would always teach players to always stay in front of the guy. The moment that you fall on the side and your chest is on his shoulders, you're beat.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. So you gotta extricate yourself, sprint in front,
Yes.
and to be able to stop him
Doon
from the front.
That's right. Doon pumapasok ng malaki yung laterals. No?
Yep.
Coronado. Oh, I thought Author. It was a good defensive position right to the very end, no? When Author reached and fouled Coronado. So Coronado will go to the free throw line. The lead is 10.
And that's penalty, I guess, for Santa
Yes.
Rosa. More problems here. Time definitely not on the side of Santa Rosa, but they still have a chance.
And lucky for them that first free throw by Coronado did not fall.
Let's just hope all those threes start falling now for Santa Rosa. But the important thing is you gotta keep your composure.
That's right. 4 minutes, 42 remaining. Samintano, short jumper, wala pa rin. And Mesias
Ball tap from
running the
behind.
floor. Arbis.
Oh!
Did you see that shot by Arbis? Parang hindi pa siya nakaset, pero sigurado pa rin yung bitaw.
I can't ask for anything dito kay Arbis.
That's right. Anoos will try his hands sa tres, pero hindi pumasok. 4 minutes, 15 na lang natitira. 12 points ang inahabol ng Santa Rosa. Laban dito sa Nagcarlan. Macos meets. Oh! Pera! Pinasakay pa si Anoos.
Even the most difficult of
Right.
shots just falling for Nagcarlan.
What a shot there by Cabela. Yung bali na tinatawag natin noong araw.
Wow.
And Author will be fouled inside. It will be called against Cabela. Pero wala pa sa penalty. Itong Macos meets Nagcarlan. 90-76, 14-point lead. Under 4 minutes remaining in the game. Luis Cinco, that was a sloppy pass given by Anoos, pero Author turns garbage into gold.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. 12-point down. Almost 3.5 remaining. You got to score in bunches now.
However, Macos meets Nagcarlan will use the clock as much as they can. Mesias Flipping that one up. Goes out. Oh! Cabela! Kanina si Arbis ang nag-outwork sa kanila. Ngayon si Cabela na naman.
Boy, talk about boards. 38 versus 33. Actually, Santa Rosa is out-rebounding them, but it's just the timing of the rebounds.
Exactly. Yung rebound na yun ni Cabela and pulled back, yun yung nakakawala ng hininga kung kalaban ka eh. No?
Correct. And Arthur Hinks sinks it. He really has been that steady guy for Santa Rosa.
And look at this. Slow to come back to defend are the red shirts of Santa Rosa. A good tap there by Anos. He will complete the steal, pero nasa likod niya si Arbis. Kalingasan picks it up. And Intano loses it. A foul will be called though. And look at the gentleman from Macos meets Nagcarlan. They're winded also as much as Santa Rosa, pero they're not giving up kahit sila pa yung lamang, Coach Mike. So the foul will be called apparently on Cabela, and they are in penalty. Sam Mintano will shoot the free throws, makes the first. At yung sinabi sa atin kanina ni Coach Jack, no? Na lalaroin na lang namin, kulang kami.
Yeah,
Pahiyang yun ah.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, lucky break para sa red shirt sa Santa Rosa. Jack Intano getting that offensive rebound. Sam Intano rather.
minsan mahirap pang kalaban yung nothing to lose, no? I mean, kulang kami, kung matatalo kami, then so be it, it's expected. But, again, you can't fall complacent to situations like those. You gotta keep that killer instinct.
That's right.
Lalo na knowing, even if you get past this, you're gonna get kalamba.
Yes.
And boy, that backstory, if Nagcarlan gets past Santa Rosa, that backstory of a game between Nagcarlan and Calamba, if I recall it correctly, Nagcarlan was able to get a good lead over Calamba in that game.
Yung storylines coming into the playoffs are gold, Coach Mike.
Right. This is where character and backstory start to make value in every game.
Meanwhile, free throws by Sam Intano cuts the lead down to 9. 92-83 po ang ating score with 2 minutes and 20 remaining. May timeout tayo. Liga Laguna will return.
Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya, hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo sa Liga rito. Pwede kahit sino.
Back to the action. Nearing the last 2 minutes of this game. Almost a stealer by Sam Intano.
71 attempts in all for Nagcarlan in this game. Wow.
A good defensive stance that time by the red shirts of Santa Rosa as Nagcarlan was called for the 8-second backcourt violation. Still a 9-point lead though.
And that's how you want to start this. You want to get into the final 2 minutes, starting with a defensive stop. You got to get the ball inside, though.
Author to Sam Intano. Sam Intano back to Author. The jumper, the fake, and good fake there.
Good fish there
by Randy Author. And yeah, he has a chance to cut the lead down further, possibly to 7 with the clock stop, no?
Randy Author's got 17 points, 8 rebounds across his name. And he so far has been the most efficient player for Santa Rosa.
Kaya lang parang na-jinx natin, Coach Mike, na miss niya yung first free throw after pagkatapos tayo sabihin yung stellar numbers niya in this game. Second shot is still out.
Fatigue starting to set in though
Right.
for Randy Arthur.
And that's expected with the energy that this kid exudes every time he's on the floor. Lucky break para sa Santa Rosa. Sa kanila pa rin yung bola. Pero last 2 minutes has been called out by our venue announcer. Ang magiting na si Kevin Estrada. Wala yung corner 3 of Santa Rosa. And Arbis, oh, that's a rare miss by Arbis.
Oh, look at the offensive boards here.
Coronado getting that ball, pero will that be a jump?
Oh, that's going to be a possession to Santa Rosa. But look at the fight in Coronado.
That's right.
You're up this big with that much time remaining.
Parang sila pa yung naghahabol, Coach Mike.
Yep.
Samintano, the fake. 5, he will drive. Fading away, wala. And Las Cuñas.
That's a foul. That's good.
Oh, I thought that was a clean box out by Las Cuñas. Apparently, he was called for the hip check
Yep.
against Kalingasan. What do you think, based on the replay? Foul talaga.
Could be. Could go either way. But I
That's
felt
right.
that, violations of the player cylinder could play into that.
Right. Meanwhile, Kalingasan knocks down the first free throw.
Looked like a clean box out.
Oo sa atin wala lang yun eh.
Yeah.
Ewan ko lang sa rules ngayon eh. So pa hindi alam yung rules ngayon.
Wow!
Oh, look, Randy Arthur skying high for that offensive rebound. And once again, Santa Rosa enjoying their time at the free throw line.
They're just down 8.
That's right.
They're just down 8, so they just got to make these free throws.
And cut it down to possibly 6, no?
First one's good. There you go.
It is now down to 7.
Yep. And you got
90 to 85.
You got to make your free throws and then make some stops real quick.
Still enough time here for the red shirts to mount a quick comeback. Oh, that one was short for Randy Arthur. Nagcarlan now. Bueno trying to get away from Luis Cinco.
Good
Luis
defense here by Cinco.
Mesias. Oh, but that time Mesias got through. And an rebound for Las Cuñas, and that could have been the straw that breaks the camel's back.
9 points down. Minute and 5. Things look really bleak for Santa Rosa.
You have to fight for that loose ball,
But
for that rebound.
What about that offensive rebound
Yes.
by Las Cuñas?
Yes, and Las Cuñas, another candidate for best player of the game if Nagcarlan goes on to win this one. Most likely at this point, no?
Wow.
With 1 minute and 5 remaining. Meanwhile, Samintano makes the first free throw. Second shot is up and in. And it is down to 7, 94-87.
Look at Las Cuñas playing like a
Oh,
quarterback.
that was
That's it.
perfect pass! Wow! Down by Mesias from the perfect pass coming from Las Cuñas. Kalingasan, no room there whatsoever with Las Cuñas and Coronado putting up their umbrellas.
Here's a weird stat for you. The one who's leading the stats on assists for Nagcarlan, guess who?
Las Cuñas.
Las Cuñas.
Point center, kumbaga.
Yeah, he's got 4 assists in the game, primarily because the guards are the ones that's finishing his passes.
And also credit to the guards of Macos meets Nagcarlan.
Yeah.
Yung motion nila, yung motion offense, they're not stopping, they're not just standing around. They're always looking for, like you said, for those seams in the defense.
Yeah, look at how they communicate, even with this free throw being taken here by Bueno. The other 4 guys, Arbis, Las Cuñas, Coronado, and Mesias, have been talking on how they would play the final 45 seconds of
That's
regulation.
right. Bueno puts the lead back up to 11.
I'd give Coach of the Year to Coach Jack.
Oh, yeah. Pwede. Meanwhile, 40 seconds remaining, 98-87 ang ating score.
Arthur
Arthur.
continues to be that steady stream
Right.
of of player, the value that he brings to Coach Ron.
Meanwhile, here comes Las Cuñas again. There goes the baseball pitch again. Hindi lang na kompleto ni Cabela. Luis Cinco for 3. And at this point,
Oh, wow.
what do you think, Coach Mike?
This is, I don't want to say this is an upset, but with the depleted lineup that Nagcarlan has, it sure looks that way.
I will say it. The upset is real.
Wow.
The upset is real. And with the last game of the elimination round of Liga Laguna Season 3 coming to a close,
Look at,
Macos meets Nagcarlan.
look at the joy on the faces of these Nagcarlan players and the
Right.
composure of Coach Jack to stay even kill despite this, because he knows we're not getting any reward, because after this, we're
Yes.
facing Calamba in the quarterfinals.
And at the final buzzer, Macos meets Nagcarlan, completes the upset, and they claim the 6th and final playoff spot in next week's quarterfinals.
Oh, wow, this is huge, really, Eman. And you know, I'm sure the fans of Santa Rosa were expecting a different result, especially with the depleted lineup of Nagcarlan. I mean, talk about the preparations these guys have gone through. Having that mentality that you don't have you don't have Conte, you don't have Ilyeva, you're losing 40 points, and to still come up with this win, you gotta give a lot of credit para dito sa Nagcarlan. But before that, Eman, our best player of the game.
Right, like we said, Coach Mike, it was a total team effort para sa Nagcarlan, no? Pero we have to pick a best player, and it is Arbis. Jerwin Arbis.
Ginawa ko nga sa sabi ng coach namin, full mo, laro mo, at para tayo makapasok sa Final 6. Ano po ba sabi ko, boss?
Yeah,
Salamat po.
Jerwin, nung nag-huddle kayo, nag-uusap kayo, alam ninyong wala si Conte, alam ninyong wala si Ilyeva, nawawalan kayo ng almost 40 points. Ano yung naging usapan ninyong mga players na natira para magkaroon ng panalong ito?
Sabi ko na po kami, asin tayo sa laro. Tulong tayo. Tulong para makuha natin panalong ito.
At yun nga, Jerwin, no? Congratulations. Ikaw ang best player. Congratulations. Nakapasok kayo sa playoffs. Bukod dun sa tulong-tulong nyo, yung sa sarili mo, sa contribution mo sa laro, ano ang mentality mo bago pa mag-start ang laro laban dito sa Santa Rosa na kompleto?
First time po ako, papakita ko po aking talent. Lahat ng gano'n ko, gagawin ko po. Maraming salamat po.
At pinakita mo nga.
Pinakita ko po.
Yeah, nakita-kita ng lahat, no? Congratulations again. Meron ka bang gusto mga batiin?
Yeah, dahil pinakita mo lahat, siguro kailangan marinig ka nila yung mga gusto mong batiin.
Yes.
Kaya po sa aking asawa, nagnunog po sa live. Saka po sa aking manager, coach, team. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Lahat ito, nagawa natin. Thank you po, Lord.
Okay,
Wow,
congratulations
congratulations.
again, Jerwin.
Jerwin, very soft-spoken and very direct to the point. He says, nung kinausap nila si Coach Jack, he really just says, kung anong kailangan nyo sa akin, Coach, gagawin ko ang lahat. And so he did. And we saw what this guy went through. Almost a double-double para kay Jerwin Arbis. 24 points and 8 rebounds for that guy who we rarely even thought of would end up as the best player of the game.
And you know how unselfish this guy is, Jerwin Arbis. Nung ini-interview natin siya, parang masama ang loob niya kasi hindi siya nakasama dun sa group picture nila.
Yeah.
And he knows that it was a team effort. Sabi nga nila, ibigay nila lahat individually para sa buong team. Especially with the absence of their key players, Ilyeva and Conte. And so congratulations to Macos meets Nagcarlan for claiming that 6th and final playoff spot dito sa Liga Laguna Season 3. Meanwhile, yung fourth quarter highlights, Coach
Yup.
Mike, anong masasabi mo sa effort ng bawat teams?
Wow, it was total effort. There was a moment that Santa Rosa responded.
Yes.
But really the continuous effort of Nagcarlan to go into the open floor, get back on defense. They were missing shots but they were going back on defense. The excellent plays of ito sila Mesias, the open floor incursions. Look at that Irvin Magic Johnson pass
Right.
by Arvis to Mesias. They tried to get it back. Beautiful pass inside to Kalingasan, who's been on that spot. Rarely get that pass, but he was able to make him. But talk about the steady contribution of this guy right here,
Yes.
Randy Author.
Randy
He's
Author.
been always in control anywhere on the floor, but just the finish of those 24 points by Jerwin Arvis, everybody getting into the scramble. At sabi mo nga kanina, mahirap yung magaling na, swerte pa. Pumasok pa itong layup na ito ni Cabela, and it's not easy at all for Nagcarlan. If you talk about 48 minutes of basketball, and when you've got Las Cuñas playing a quarterback like that, and leading the team, the center, leading the team in assists with 5 assists, and letting his guards finish, boy, that's just very unselfish basketball if you're talking about Nagcarlan. If I am going to give, actually, a best player of a best coach,
Yes.
definitely it's going to be Coach Jack to be able to have these guys respond to the challenge of the absence of the 2 key players in Conte and Elieva. That speaks a lot of how he has taught these guys to battle despite adversity.
Okay, so now that we've concluded the elimination round, Coach Mike, let's talk about the playoff picture quick, no? Number 1 and number 2, that's San Pedro and Kabuya, waiting for the team who will go against them in the semis already,
Right.
and they have twice to beat advantage. Meanwhile, number 3, 4, 5, and 6
You're going to have to battle it out.
battle it out in a quarterfinals the section of this tournament.
Yeah.
So we know for sure number 3 and number 6, it's Calamba KDL versus Macos meets Nagcarlan.
Maganda yung laban na yan. I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
sa ika nga natin, Coach Jack, kung akala mo na okay itong ginawa ninyo, magiging mas okay siguro kung tatalunin nyo yung susunod, which is Calamba. Again, the backstory to that game is going to be something that everyone's going to look forward
That's right. Pero agree ako sa'yo, if the tournament ended today, Coach Jack ang Coach of the Year.
to. Coach of the year, man. He's Coach of the
January 2023 pa lang, Coach of the Year.
year. Right. He's
na kagad
Coach
siya.
of the year. On my
That's
book,
right.
he is.
Anyway, so on behalf of my partner here, Coach Mike the Precision Perez, the hardworking admin and staff of Liga Laguna, ito po si Eman Cabiles. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Godspeed and mabalos.
Dito we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy, Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo'y ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, salika rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumalpa. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Kaya hoy! Liga natin to, we can join. Pag-usayan mo, lupit mo. Ipamalas mo, ito ang Liga Laguna na para sa inyo. Ito ang Liga kung saan the best to. Pwede kahit sino basta man lalaro. Usapang sports ba? Halika rito. Pakita mo galing mo, salika rito. Pwede kahit sino, bata man o matanda, basta kaya sumabay sa angas ng iba. Liga Laguna nangunguna sa patimpala. Ano pang hinihintay? Halina at sumalpa. Hoy! Liga na